The entree course is a combination of roasted breast of chicken, ratatouille, and roasted new potatoes. Ratatouille, a hearty French vegetable dish, begins with heating olive oil to sauté fresh garlic and onion.
Instead of taking so much time with just the garlic, I'm going to remove the dry husk just by giving each clove one good whack. Here's why I save the lemon juice. After handling the garlic, my hands will smell all night. I'll rinse them with the lemon juice after washing. Now here's a quick trick way to chop an onion. Slice off both ends, remove the skin, and score the onion almost all the way to the bottom. See how quick and easy this is?
While the garlic and onion sauté to a translucence, eggplant, yellow squash, zucchini, and tomatoes are cut into large pieces and placed in a side bowl.
I never really liked eggplant until I tasted it like this. Sort of mix other flavors along with the eggplant. Once cooked with the rest of the vegetables, its woodsy flavor will blend in so nice. The great thing about yellow squash, well, as well as zucchini, is that you can buy them year-round. I cook so much of each that I could probably chop these in my sleep. Try to find 2 medium-sized, very firm tomatoes. If they're too soft, they will disintegrate while simmering with the rest of the ratatouille.
The remaining vegetables are added, along with dried herbs from Provence, a touch of salt, and white wine, about 1/4 cup.
Turn the vegetables completely to mix in all the wine. And look at that color.
Cover and let simmer over a medium heat while preparing the rest of the entree. Heat olive oil in a large sauté pan. New potatoes are quartered, tossed with olive oil and Provençal herbs. And placed in the sauté pan, white face down.
You can use a russet potato or even a golden potato, which is much sweeter. But these new potatoes seem to stylize our La Boheme themed menu. Whoa, look how much moisture they released.
After 3 or 4 minutes, turn the potatoes to the other white face side. This will seal in the potato flavor while finishing roasting along with the chicken.
Now turn them one more time to the skin side, just for another minute. There now. Just move them over to the roasting pan without any oil.
Boneless, skinless breasts of chicken are prepped the same as the potatoes, with herbs and oil, browned on one side, then the other, and we'll share the roasting pan with the potatoes.
I'm using the same sauté pan which already has a bit of the potato flavor infused in the oil. Now, this will bridge a continuity of flavors together. When the outside edge of the chicken turns from pink to off-white, we know that it's time to turn. Likewise, it will only take another 3 to 4 minutes for the bottom side to be ready. Then, off to the roasting pan.
Another 1/4 cup of white wine is added to the bottom of the roasting pan. Covered with foil to keep in moisture, both roasting pan and ratatouille are placed in an oven to finish cooking slowly at 275 degrees. The low temperature now gives our host time to set the table and change before his date arrives.
Hi! You made it!
I know. Oh.
What?
I'm just not sure what kind of company I'm going to be. Thank you.
Ooh, I love your house.
What happened?
Oh, orders came from the office, and I had to tell the entire marketing department that they all have to be at a meeting tomorrow. Let's just say I don't think I made any new friends. Oh, talk about stress. Do you mind if I take my shoes off?
Well, yeah, sure. Don't worry about the office tonight, okay? I mean, I made a nice little dinner, and I'm going to tell you a really nice little story.
Okay, the story I believe, but there's no such thing as a little dinner with you.
Well, come on, it's a guy thing, you know. Besides, I hate cooking just for myself.
Yeah, me too. That's why Ling Fei the Red Dragon calls me the Miso Soup Princess.
Okay, well, come on in, Princess, and make yourself at home.
Or Her Majesty requests the royal tour.
Well, let's make our way into the royal kitchen.
Okay. Oh, wow. Ooh, are we having wine?
You mind opening that for me while I check the oven?
So much for royalty. Hey, what is this? I've seen this before, but I've never had it.
It's a very light French red table wine. It goes with just about everything.
This is a very large bottle of wine. Is there any particular reason why you got this size?
Well, my intentions are strictly honorable,
Uh-huh.
but it does go with the story I'm about to tell.
And I have to drive back to the hotel. What is this we're listening to?
Well, this is the opera La Bohème, written by Puccini.
We're going to be listening to opera? I'm supposed to relax while somebody dies?
What makes you think somebody dies in this opera? Okay. Somebody does die in this opera, but it's at the very end and only one person. And besides that, this is not that kind of opera. It's more like a dramedy. Mm-hmm. Okay. You remember the movie Moonstruck?
I love that movie.
Well, this is the opera that sends her skipping down the street with a big smile on her face the next morning.
I thought it was something else that put a big smile on her face.
The opera takes place in Bohemia, France, around 1890. The opening scene takes place in this small, little, one-room apartment, which 4 guys live in. And each of them is a very poor, starving student.
4 guys in one apartment? Sure this isn't Gay Paris?
Stop it. Okay, I'm trying to tell the story.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell me what they're singing about now.
Okay. They're singing about how happy they are and how wonderful their lives are. But one of them comes in with a handful of money. So they all decide to go down to this cafe at the end of the street. Now, all except for Rodolfo. Now, Rodolfo is a poet, and so he's staying behind. He'll join them later. And in the meantime, there's a knock on the door, and it's Rodolfo's next-door neighbor, whom he's never met. Her name is Mimi. Now, she's so poor that she can't even afford matches to light a candle. So she comes over there, and she's asking him for a light. They see each other, and they instantly fall in love.
Sort of like how when we first met.
Yeah, right. When we first met, we were fighting over who was going to get which office.
And I won.
Okay. So tell me the rest of it. What happens next?
Next, I serve the salad.